So you find that also with the advent of globalization, so post-colonial Africa has also been characterized significantly by globalization, where you find that due to access to Western culture, as Africa became independent, as there was more liberalization of the media, and the Black African people also have access to audiovisual media, as well as a result of the brain drain, as we have more and more Black natives now also migrating to the West. You find that this has given access to post-colonial Africa to Western religious worldviews or Western ways of life. So this then gave rise to Western, what is regarded the Western imperialism, particularly in the 1970s and in the 1980s. And as a consequence, you find that there was a change now in the African social structure as well, and the pattern of life as a result of this Western imperialism that you see happening in the 70s and in the 80s. So you find that many Africans had it, and some still have it at the back of their minds, that the more their buildings, their music, their dressing, even their food appear Western, the more civilized they think they are. So civilization was seen to be synonymous with being Western as a result of access to Western television programs, Western philosophy of life through television, through music, through the radios. And indeed, as we got to have more and more Africans going to study abroad and then coming back to Africa, you find that civilization was associated more with being Western. So this also affected the African social structure. Then also it's interesting, it's very key for us to also note the rise of Pentecostalism, post-colonial Africa, in post-colonial Africa. But we note that from 1900, as you can see from that diagram there, Pentecostalism has also been growing. By 2005, you find that 46% of Christians, of the populations, African populations, were really now Pentecostal Christians. So that in itself cannot be ignored if we are to develop an African renaissance that is pro-development given our current realities. So given this rise of Pentecostalism, is that whatever it also take into account the ethos of Pentecostalism.